Hey, cleaners, have you ever wondered how it is that some of these guys get these really good cleaning contracts with commercial jobs? If so, then this video is going to help you answer the question, how can you do it for yourself? And we're going to answer it as asked by Kevin Wolf of the Gutter Cleaning Pros Only Facebook group. And Kevin asks that, well, hey, he works for this cleaning company in Missouri and he likes to stop by apartment communities, senior living facilities, and to promote his work and get out bids to introduce himself, the company he works for, and he would like to understand if there are any strategies that he can be doing to do better at this process and get more of these leads. So, Kevin, this video is for you, my friend. All right. And the answer is yes, there are some strategies that you can do. And I'm going to break this down kind of simple as I can and fast so that we don't cover too many topics. Now, there are, regardless of the industry that you're trying to target, there are general principles that you want to use and a general framework. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, Kevin, to go out and customize this and make it your own. Okay, so let's talk about this. And now, what I'm going to relate to you is something that I myself learned from my good friend, Chris Phillips. Okay, he used to be my boss when I worked at Send Gym, a company that many people in the audience are aware of. Now, Chris had a background of building a multi-million dollar cleaning business. And one of the things that made a huge impact in his business was getting a contract with Ford Motor Company to clean the roof of their Dearborn, Michigan manufacturing facility. Okay, it's a huge building, huge. And Chris was able to get it through the process that I'm about to talk to you guys about. So here's how it works. You need to first get it in your mind that this is probably going to take some time. Okay. And if you can't wrap your mind around that, then commercial sales might not be the thing for you. Now, sometimes guys can get them fast. And I've heard some life changing stories of people getting contracts easily. But for the majority of us out here, we're going to need something like a CRM or at least a notebook at minimum. Okay. Where we can keep track of our records for the companies that we're going to target. So there's a lot of ways that you can decide who it is that you're going to target. And we'll talk about that in a separate video. So Kevin, if you want to know more, or anyone out in the audience, let me know and I'll make a follow-up video. But once you have that list of leads, then we need to go and talk about following up with them. So first you're going to go into those facilities. And oftentimes there's going to be a gatekeeper. This is going to be a person. Think of like a secretary that stands between you and the back office. And in the back office is the guy that has the authority to make the decision to pay you money to clean the stuff. Now, in order to get to that person, you oftentimes need to make friends with the gatekeeper or give them a really good reason why they need to go and interrupt someone's day in order to introduce you. Not always the easiest thing to do. And if you find yourself in that situation, what's most likely to happen is they're going to try and just push you off until you go over this direction and we'll follow up with you. Okay. In which case, that's fine. Be polite. Be polite and give them all the room that they need to do their job. But at the same time, you need to have a plan for when you're going to come back and provide some reason for them to want to put up with you. Now, I can remember growing up, a really good example of the annoying sales guy was these meat salesmen that used to come to our house all the time to the point where it was very obvious that we were home, but we weren't ever going to answer the door, but they kept coming anyways. Have you ever had that situation? Nobody likes that. And we didn't talk to the meat guys anymore after a very short period of time. But if you end up in that situation, you're never going to get this cleaning contract. So instead, what I recommend that you do is you provide value and or gifts as small bribes, right? As a way to keep that relationship fresh. And how my friend Chris Phillips did it was by bringing in pizza, having pizza parties on Fridays, or maybe donuts on Monday mornings, or coffee and drinks, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this is going to cost some money, right? But advertising is never free, even if you're just spending your time, because it has value. So instead, what I recommend that you do is that you just keep that record, you plan to follow up, be friendly, and try your best to turn that person into an asset who can then go and sell the project to their boss for you, which is like the absolute best situation. Now, once you do get to that decision maker, though, it's probably going to be a situation where you have to continue to follow up. So get that contact information. And if nothing else, if the gatekeeper won't give you the contact information for the decision maker, then go and get their name if you can. Say, oh, well, what's their name? Okay, if you can get the first and last name, most generally you can find that person in some records or database somewhere with an online search and then start to send them an email in a very polite way. Now, one tip that I got that was been very effective, particularly in fleet washing, that I have started to recommend to my clients in other areas, is provide free samples of your work. So this may mean that you need to come in on like a weekend and go and clean something for free, provide some value. Now, if you can do something like that, where you provide value, you're nice, you're polite, and people start to enjoy you, what's going to happen is that the entire process is going to go easier, they're going to be less resistive, and you're going to stand out when they actually have a need. So there you go, Kevin. That's your goal. Go out, find some leads, track them, be friendly. Don't get deterred by the gatekeeper or the amount of time that it's going to take, but know that it can pay off for you in the long term. Now, one last tip I want to leave you with, and that is that where this usually goes wrong is people's friction between the need for money and the desire for more money. So don't go and start this project if you're not going to be able to follow through. Really think about it, plan ahead, and make up your mind that you're going to start this process and you are going to see it through all the way to the end. Because you might have to continue to rely on your residential jobs or other sources of income until these sources of leads finally pay off. So you always need leads coming in your business. Never stop the marketing, never stop the sales. And once you get that job, remember, you can lose it in the future. So you need to go get more. Don't ever be satisfied because you do have churn in your business. And last thing that you want is to have put forth a lot of work to get some new customers. And then all of a sudden, some old customers churn and you're back in the same amount of money. And you have to go do the whole thing over again because you're not really getting anywhere. All right. My name's Lewis. I am the Director of Success here at Nonconformist Inc. And we are the company that's behind the brand Service Genius, the leading performance business for marketing in the cleaning industry. So if you guys are struggling with getting leads, having way too much money going out for marketing, or you're just clueless about where to get started, go ahead, follow up with us and let us know how it is that we can help you in your business, because we can help you walk away with a comprehensive plan on exactly what you need to do in the next 90 days to turn your business around and have the best year that you've had yet. All right. It's good seeing you guys. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.